All right, guys, welcome back to another video. And today we're here to do my first of at least 3 or 4 parts to the series here of my new Model 3 here behind me with a bunch of different accessories that we're going to be installing. If you guys follow this channel, you guys know I used to have a 2021 Model 3 white that I had for the last 4 years, and I traded it up to get the Model 3 2025, and super happy with it so far. But we're doing things a little bit differently this time because I feel like last time I didn't really do anything to the car as far as accessories. Yes, I installed a few. I did do a video on some accessories that I got sent from companies, but first of all, it was a lot smaller channel back then. I'm obviously a lot bigger now than I used to be. And also, it's just not something I did with my older car. But this time we're doing things a lot differently, so much so that I was going to save up and do one video with all the accessories that I was going to install on this card. But every day that goes by, another company reaches out and says, oh, do you want to try this product? Or I see another accessory that I just want to buy for myself. And I'm like, I want to add that to the list and buy it. And then it just keeps going and going, and it seems like I'm never going to finish. So I decided to, you know what? We're going to do this in parts. This is going to be part 1. I already know part 2 is going to come a week from now because I have the car going into the shop tomorrow to install a few accessories as well. Stuff that's a little bit more complicated that I can install, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And there's more accessories coming in from a couple companies that reached out today that will probably be here in like a week or two. So a lot of different things that we're going to be talking about, and some of the accessories I may even do specific videos on, even though I do this overview, because there's a lot to showcase that you guys might want to deeper dive into. And if you guys want to deeper dive into any of the accessories in this video, make sure to leave those comments down below. And if you guys want to support me and the channel, even though I did purchase everything in this video out of my own money, I do have some affiliate codes with some of these companies. So yes, I purchased every single one of these accessories in this video today with my own money. Didn't get anything sent to me for free, but I do have some affiliates because I do like these products, hence why I installed them. So I got some affiliate links to support me in the channel. If you guys want to purchase them, the links will be down below. But let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
All right, guys, so let's start off on the outside, and let's start off really simple. And again, there's still some more accessories that are going to be coming in and being installed over time, so this is not the finished look. But as you can see in front of me, the first thing I want to show you is the wheels. So these wheels that you see here are actually just the factory ones from Tesla. So this isn't anything that I modded out. The only thing I did is I took out the cover that, you know, Tesla cars usually come with, because the rims underneath are actually really nice, as you guys can see here. I think they look superior to having those photon covers that are sitting on the Tesla. So those I removed, and then what I added here, which is the accessory, is just these cap covers. You can see here, just so, because obviously if you don't have this on, then you'll see the holes for the wheel and everything. So this is the cap cover that goes in there, so it's all nice and covered, and it has like the Tesla symbol in the middle, and I think it looks really good on this wheel. Now the wheels are not done. One of the accessories that I will tell you are getting installed tomorrow is actually the cover to the brake pads that you see behind here. It's going to be covered in yellow. So we'll have that, and that will stand out in the wheel and make these wheels stand out, because right now it's just like, you can see like the gray that's behind that wheel or whitish, but with that yellow cap cover, it's really going to stick out, and it's really going to make this car, you know, stand out. But right now I do like those cap covers. I do like showing off the actual rims underneath the Tesla. The next thing I want to showcase here, being careful not to showcase my license plate right now, is the actual as you can see here, this nice spoiler on the back of the car, as you guys are looking at here. And this went on super easy. This is something that anybody can do. You can see that this is the matte finish, as you guys can see here. So there is a glossy one as well if you guys want to do that, but this is the matte finish, and it really does go well with the blue car, as you guys are seeing there. And like I said, it was really easy to install. All I had to do, it comes with some glue, like some sticky tape on the back of it. You basically clean the back of it like it tells you in the instructions, and then you line it up, measure 3.25 inches from the corner from here to here, so it's even on both sides, and then you just stick it on, and then you know, put some painter's tape on top of it, as they do in the video, just to hold the corners in place for 3 days, like I just did. And you can see it is very smooth, and you can drive the car immediately once you put it on, and I did, and there was no issues. Well, actually I didn't, I drove the next day. But looks really good, really simple install, and I really like this spoiler with the way that it looks like in my car. So shout out to that for sure. So for now, those are the only 2 things that I've done on the outside of the car, but there is many more accessories coming to the outside of the car that you guys definitely want to stay tuned to. Those 2 are the 2 things I've done on the outside, but again, much more to talk about as the time in the next week or 2, as more accessories are coming in that are really going to make this car stand out on the road compared to other cars when it comes to the outside accessories. Going to the inside here, let's start off with some simple stuff first. So one of the things that I got here is the 3D Spider floor mats. As you guys are looking at here, I'm trying to get out of the shadow here because it is really sunny, but these are really, really nice. This is something that I didn't have in my other car. I just ended up using these stock Tesla ones that are all cloth material, and it was a pain in the ass to clean, so I'm super happy that I got these, and I really do like the look of them. They look really, really good, and yes, they are expensive for sure, but they're definitely worth the cost. They look outstanding. They have this 3D look, and you guys know how I feel about 3D on this channel. You can see, hopefully you guys can see them pretty well there. They go on the back. I also have the liner on the trunk as well, which I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, it looks really good. Full coverage on the back and the front. And it just looks outstanding in my opinion. It looks really, really good. Let me show you the back here. You can see here the liner that's in the back with the 3D logo right there. Really, really nice. Yes, there's a bunch of knockoffs that you can get if you don't want to spend as much as these cost, but well worth it for full protection of your car. It goes edge to edge. It fits smoothly. It does not move. One of the things that I hated was sometimes I do Uber Eats driving and stuff like that in the car, and these things, the cloth ones, always moved on me. This is like sturdy to the side. This isn't going to go anywhere no matter what you do. So really, really like those. Since we have the trunk open, the next thing we're going to be talking about that we installed back here is actually lights in the back, because even though the Tesla does have a light here in the corner, you can see the white one on the right and the white one on the left, it does not do a very good job of lighting up the trunk at all. Now, basically, there is a light strip. You can kind of see it here in the corner. From here, you can't see. As you can see here, when you're just looking at it, it looks OEM because you can't see anything on the back of the car here as far as anything being installed in the trunk. But if you look closer, you can see that there's an LED light strip that I installed right here along the edges of the waterproof sealant right here, all across the bottom and all across the top. It goes around in a full circle, and actually it's just a splitter cable that goes into that wire that is running the LED for the white one. You just put a splitter on there, and then it splits the LED strip for this, and then the white one still stays connected. But it actually lights up the car really well, and in the trunk at night, it looks fantastic in my opinion. So definitely no issues with that. The next accessory that we're going to talk about here is adding some lights in here. I love my LEDs, and there's more LEDs coming. Surprise, surprise. But right now, the one that we have installed is the console. This is actually something that I did do on my original car that I had in 2021, but this one's a much nicer fit and much nicer to go in. You can see it kind of, even in the daylight, you can still see the blue very easily that goes across here. There's a strip for LEDs from one side, and then there's also an LED strip on this side as well, as you can see. And it just goes across the console, and then you can see it looks OEM because it's so tight to the area here that you wouldn't even know. Yes, it was a pain in the ass to get in there because you have to shove it into a really small hole, but it did work out. And it works really good. And then the cables just kind of lead up from the back there into here, and then it just plugs into the USB cord in there. And the lights have a little sensor on them from this little plug right here, a little circle plug that's sitting down there, and that knows if there's senses motion in the car, and it just turns off if it doesn't detect any motion, and it works super well. Really, really happy with those. It looks OEM, and it looks fantastic in my opinion. And speaking of something else simple, I also added a white cover to this to kind of match the interior white of the seats. So this is, again, it just looks OEM. It feels OEM. Anybody who walks into my car is going to think that that just came like that. The material is really, really nice. It feels really good. Nice leather material, and it just matches the seat super well, and it just adds a little bit of a difference to my interior. Again, we all want our cars to stand out. There's a lot of Teslas now out on the road, and we're all looking for ways for it to stand out on the outside and the inside, and that's just one of the simple things you could do that makes it stand out from the rest of the Teslas out there. One of the other things that I did as well is I added blue lights in the footwell as well. So these lights here that are under your foot were usually white that came with the car, and I added blue ones. This was a really, really simple install. The LEDs that are down there, and you just pop it out with a little tool that they give you. Take out the old one, put in the new one. It's like literally like a 1-minute job for each corner. The other thing that I added is this little Amazon diffuser. This Amazon thing is actually really good. It's been recommended by a lot of different people out there and a lot of big YouTubers, and I took a chance on it, and it is really good. I love that it has two modes. It has a car mode and a home mode. Home mode basically runs this thing for 6 hours straight, and it, like, every like 5-10 minutes it like spurts out essential oils that makes the car smell really good. So as somebody who's, like I said, sometimes deliver Uber Eats food and stuff, you want your car to still smell good. And sometimes I have a lot of food coming in here and you want to get that smell out of here. And this has been working super well. And also it looks really cool as well. Uh, it just plugs in with battery. You can see I could remove it right here. And if I power it on right now, just for a second, you can see it's about to spin up. And look at that. It looks like a puff of smoke is inside of it. It looks really cool. And there it goes, diffusing. And it smells really good. They have a bunch of different smells that you can, use. Obviously, it comes with a couple. You can power it back off. Again, you can leave it in house mode if you want, or you can also leave it in car mode, which basically just spurts it out while the car is in motion every 5 minutes or so. And I just got the smell of it, and it smells so good in here. With that, I love that because it keeps the car smelling good when people come in here. So really, really cool accessory. Yes, it's a little expensive, but it's a one-time purchase. I think it's like $129, but it's the best essential oils that you can get for the car. It USB charges, lasts for about 10 hours or so, and then you could just USB charge it in your car if you want to. And you can just easily get more essential oils once this one runs out. It lasts about 3 to 4 months as far as the battery and the car and the actual essential oils. So you're not going to be charging it every week or anything. It lasts about 3 to 4 months, and then you replace the essential oils and that as well. Now, one of my favorite accessories that I have installed so far, easily for sure, is definitely the sexy knob that you see right here, along with these sexy buttons. There's one sitting right there and another one sitting right here because I have to figure out where I want to put this thing. And everyone's wondering, what the hell is that? Well, first of all, let me tell you, the install for this is super easy. On the right hand side, you just got to pull off the side plate to basically install a commander that basically plugs into the OBD port of the Tesla. It literally takes like less than 5 minutes to pull out the side. It's just plastic that pulls apart, no screws or anything. And then you just plug in the extension that they give you and plug in the commander, and then you just put it all back in and you're done. It took me like 10 minutes to do. And then this just plugs into a USB port. So this little thing, again, what I really like about this is that it looks OEM. You would never come into my car and think, oh, what accessory is this? A lot of people are just going to come in here and be like, oh, what is that? Like, did that come with your Tesla? And also, here's another accessory here too. I added a white interior lining because we all know how terrible the organization is inside here. So I added this little thing right here just to organize some of my quarters and stuff. But when you have this closed, you can see it matches the silver of the car so well that you would think it's OEM, and it looks fantastic. And again, the whole point of that plugging into the OBD port is, well, you're wondering, what is this? Well, first of all, it has a blue light on it, which I really love, and you can customize the color if you want to, but I have mine in blue that lights around it. It is a screen that you basically can move around and have all these different actions that are either A, on your touchscreen but are hard to get to, or B, not on your touchscreen, and sometimes it's something that Tesla doesn't even offer, but that your car can technically do, that you can customize as well. So some of these actions look very simple. Like, for example, this one is, the picture here is, if you press this button, it's not touchscreen, you don't touch this, that doesn't do anything. It's these buttons on the side that correspond to each one. So if I go ahead and click this, the glove box just opened. You can see how instantaneously that opened too. There's no delay, no anything, and it's worked every single time I got into the car with the OBD port. There's no like, oh, it has to connect, because this module is connecting via Bluetooth to that command center. Same thing with these buttons as well. So you can customize this on the app. So if I open up the app on my phone here, and we can do a deeper dive into this if you guys want to on a different video. And this is from a company called Enhance, that again works super well. And they call them sexy, like that's their tagline. So sexy buttons would be those. Sexy knob is what this is called. They do have sexy stalks as well, which I don't have because I didn't really care about them. But you could add stalks to this that kind of do the same kind of thing, that you can replace stalks, because obviously the Model 3 2025, they don't have stalks on here. So if you want to add your own stalks, you can do that as well. But here on the app, you can see, you can customize. Oh, I have a software update actually that I need to do. But you can see the commanders there. It says it's connected, which is the little piece that gets installed in the OBD port. You can see there is the knob, which is what I just showed you here on the bottom. And when you go into the knob, you can see that you can customize so many different things. You can customize the different pages, and you can customize each individual button to do different things. You can see all of these different things, like this is regenerative braking. You can see this is turning on autopilot, so you can just turn on autopilot from there. This is acceleration mode. If you want it on standard or chill mode, you can open up the glove box like I talked about before. Here you can adjust your fan speed, the front left seat. You can adjust the temperature of the car, all of these different things. You can adjust the windshield wiper, the gear shift, the interior lights if you want to turn them on. All of these different actions that you can customize on all these different pages on here. You put the car in park, drive, reverse, all that stuff is freaking awesome on this. And you can customize so many different things on these knobs. Same thing with the buttons over here. So what I have on my buttons is that this one here, if I tap it once, it opens up my glove box. If I tap it twice, it opens up my trunk. And if I tap it 3 times, it opens up the front in the front. So it's just a very easy way while I'm getting out of the car to just tap a button and have it do those certain things. So not only can you have those buttons, and these are the stalks that I was talking about that I don't have that you can add to the side here if you want to, but the commander also gives you things. This is what's really cool. This actually gives you things that your car doesn't even give you access to do. And what I mean by that is, here's an example, right? This is the LED strip in the back that is from Tesla that you guys can see back there. Of course, it's a little light outside, so it's hard to see. But right now you can see it's blinking green. Why is it blinking green? Well, because my door is open and it knows that my door is open. That's not something that Tesla does normally. That is something that this commander thing is doing. And when I close the door, you can see the green goes away and now it's back to the standard blue. And if you now, not only does it do that when you open doors, so you can see when a door is open by flashing the lights in front of you, which is super awesome. But if I turn the right blinker on, now you can see that it's green on the right side of the car because I have my right turning signal on. If I turn that off, boom, it goes away. And this is all instantaneous stuff. Even though it's working via Bluetooth with that commander, it works super well. Look at that. Now the left side is green because I have my left turning signal on. It's just super, super cool stuff like that. That just makes the car more fun to use. That Tesla doesn't let you do directly with their app, but this app lets you customize and do a bunch of different things like this that you couldn't do with your car before. And there's so many different examples of that in here that I can't go through them all in one specific video right now. But there's so many cool things that you could do. And not only does it do the left and right turning signals like that, but it also does blind spot. So if someone's in your blind spot on the right-hand side, it will flash the right side. It will flash the left side if there's someone on here. You can have your door handles do something. So if you touch your door handle for 2 seconds, you can open up the charging port if you want to. Things that Tesla doesn't let you do. If you touch the door handle and do different things, you can do a bunch of different customizations here. I haven't even dove into this completely yet. You can have certain things happen to the seats for your passengers when they come in. The scroll wheel can do certain things. Again, this is the ambient light that can do different things as well. The ambient lights even do a greening animation when I walk into the car, that it does a rainbow effect, letting me know that I walked in here. Again, so many different customization things you could do. This is definitely my favorite thing that I've added to the car so far. Well worth the money, in my opinion. Again, they have these knobs here, which I think is awesome. And then they have the buttons that you can hide and put all over your car that just stick on. And they also have stalks if you want to add stalks, because we know that they got rid of them on here. I actually don't miss the stalks. I think that's fine. I have no problem using the knob and then the buttons and then getting rid of the knobs here to make the wheel cleaner. But yeah, a bunch of different stuff. The sexy buttons and knobs and stuff is something that a lot of people have loved. It's been around for a while. And I'm about to do a software update on the knob right now, like it's telling me to do. But yeah, this thing is fantastic and I really, really love it. It's my favorite accessory that I've done so far because I love technology and I love adding the features, and it looks, like I said, OEM with that thing there. And you could hide the buttons if you want to. I know a lot of people hide them like right here on the bottom here, so then they could feel like they could touch it with their hands and nobody knows what they're doing, and they touch a button and something happens in their car. And people are like, how'd you do that? You didn't even touch the screen. You didn't do anything. And you're hiding the buttons underneath here, playing with things. So that's a good idea that people sometimes do, which is pretty fun. So really cool accessory. So guys, those are all the accessories that we have added so far into a Tesla Model 3. And there is so much more to come. Like I said, there's 3 things that I'm adding tomorrow at one of the shops near, like about 45 minutes from here, that handles Teslas and installing stuff. I already gave you one of them, which is the caliper covers, which is going to add a nice pop to the wheels. So we'll see how that looks. We got 2 other things that they're doing, which we'll talk about once that video comes out, which I'm excited about. We have a few more accessories that we're still waiting for, and there's a big accessory that I'm really excited about that is coming in as well next week that I'm going to attempt to install myself. If not, I'll have to take it to the shop on a different day, but hopefully I can install that myself. So yeah, there's much more to come, so stay tuned. And again, if you guys want to support me in the channel, the links will be down below to most of the stuff that I talked about in this video that I have affiliate links for. And thank you guys for watching. Until next time.